event of the evening. It is Division 1 of Parabolical eSports here at the Azerbaijani Grand Prix and in Baku. One of the few street circuits on the calendar where you can overtake, and got some famous sections such as the castle section, which have caught out many drivers in the past, and I'm sure we'll see a few fall victim to today. I'm here with Crazy Bill as my co-commentator, so hopefully he'll be aiding me in this, and hopefully we get a pretty epic race, because as I say, you can overtake round here, and we've obviously got some very, very quick drivers in this lobby, so yeah, expecting a good one, Baku. Monaco last week. I'm not sure about Division 1 because I didn't commentate that, but can be a bit of a tough one to commentate. There's not much going on, but
yeah.
Baku is certainly usually a good one, and there's some
we'll
good battles
definitely
here.
see some moves in turn 1 and turn 3 as well, as they're both DRS sections of the track. Yeah. Maybe even turn 2 if they go side by side. Sometimes even the castle section, we see drivers trying to go side by side through there, but
You have to have
Division 1.
Yeah, you have to have big cojones to do that, though. I'll tell you that. In the castle section, but and obviously that long straight in the final sector.
Killer.
Yeah. You want to make sure you have your overtake safe for that one, especially if you haven't got DRS and the guy behind you has, because you are a sitting duck otherwise. Bryce is first out. I'll just get the track map up because I just realised. There we go. Yeah. So Bryce is first up in the Alfa Romeo, and behind him looks like the Alpha Tauri of Apex Rogue.
Yeah. So I think the reserves for this race are Bryce, Epic the Animal, very, very quick driver, looking to be in a top 5 position, I'm going to predict. Rough the next day. I do believe Mr. Icebreaker is a reserve too, and that is it. So there's only like 3 or 4 reserves today, so that's good to see.
Yeah, the only one I know out of those reserves is Bryce, because he raced in Division 3 last week. Rough the next day, that's a very interesting name. It's not very common at all, hence why it's probably only one other person who's been called it, because he's had to put a 1 at the end. Interesting to see if we see any alien lap times. I think are we going to see some low 37 lap times even?
136s possibly. I think the pole time in Div 2 was a 137.1.
Wow. Yeah. So we by that logic,
138.1.
Oh yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, because the world record I think is a low. I don't even know. I can't even remember off the top of my head, but I consider like a low 38 very quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah.
I'd say poll maybe a high 37, low 38. I think we'll have the poll up anyway soon, where you can vote in it. I'll actually just get the stream up on my phone so I can check any of your comments. Bryce on his lap now. Just navigated the first 2 corners.
I was going to say, it's definitely not on 37.1, the poll for last year. I think it might have been mid-37s. So
yeah, I think I could see like a low or mid-37 as a poll, but yeah, I think as I said, I'm not 100% sure on the world record, but I imagine it would be a high 36 or something, so...
Something like that. I think Blaze's time around here is a 36.5 in time trial, is what I've seen.
That's ridiculous, but... to be fair, time trial and getting it right on the day, 2 very different things. As Bryce navigates the castle section, manages to
gone wide there.
Clear the wall. Yeah, as you said, though, it has gone wide. It's going to compromise his exit a bit. Coming down now to the end of Sector 2.
What they call the eSports corner.
Yeah. He hasn't gone for the... You can go a lot closer to that corner and use it as almost a bump. It can gain you time, but if you get it wrong, it can also send you flying into the wall. So it's one of those that, you have to... You have to measure up if it's going to be worth it or not.
You have to hit it perfectly as well.
Yeah, usually when I do flying laps around here, Baku's my best track. I usually go for... I only use that tactic for like my final flying lap. So if it does go wrong, I'm in Q3, my final flying lap, it's not the end of the world. XSXEX saying I lied. I only just opened the stream, so I can't see what he lied about. But Bryce has done the first lap time of a 1:38.9, and Apex Rogue then does a 1:38.569. Epic the Animal, one of the ones that said we should look out for. He has gone for a little bit of the curb there. One of the reserves. So if he's slow now, blame Crazy Bill for hyping him up.
No, watch it. He'll do a. I'm predicting a low 38 or high 37.
Well, it'd be very, very early to be going into the 37s, but this is Division 1, so anything is possible. And this is looking good from Epic the Animal. I think it will just about be a 38. Yeah, it's a 38.3. It's gone quickest. And low 38 indeed. As I said, I think it would be a bit too early to get a 37. I'll take that back. Silly guy is not human. I mean, that is 5/10. 5/10 quicker than his teammate. A 37.7.
That is so rude.
It is, isn't it? It's so disrespectful. In Q1, like, at least save some of that for Q2 and Q3, you know, to just be... I don't know, yeah.
I think Paul, you know what, he'll say he's sandbagging in the comments as well.
Honestly. They need a new division for just him.
Division -1.
Yeah.
0.
Rough even. The next day does a 1:40.6, slowest of the time so far. Blaze, who has changed his name now to an RAS Blaze, yeah. Which I'm going to have to get used to, because I was actually looking for him on the grid and I couldn't find him, but then I realised it was the RAS on him.
And Silent has done that as well.
Yes, he has. Wonder what
obviously in the same eSports sort of.
Yeah, whether that's an eSports team or a league or what. Jake saying, let's go Droftas Pillars, and good luck to all. So obviously a Pillars and Droftas fan. Droftas in the pits, but Pillars is on a lap, but we're on board at the moment with Blaze, who's gone purple in Sector 2. And that helmet goes well with the Williams. Yeah.
Did use the eSports bump as well, so.
It's always a sign of it. being a good lap.
I don't know why it's called the eSports bump, because this track isn't actually in eSports.
I swear I've seen it in eSports before. In the official.
And he's in the 37.7s
wow,
too.
that is really close to Silly Guy as well. There is not much in that at all. That is what we like to see early on. Fatality has just started his lap. Is anyone on? Yeah, Pillars is further up, further along on his lap. He's just on the final straight now. So I hear Crazy Bill desperately go over to spectate him. And XEX saying RAS is a new team from Geo. Ah, okay. Pillars goes 1:38.341, fourth fastest. Ah, okay. I'm presuming that is the former CRG Geo, who's now just Geo, or is apparently maybe RAS Geo. I don't know. But yeah, no, that's interesting. Yeah, I did see something about him launching that team. Fatality then navigates the castle section. Doesn't go too wide through there. Early turn in.
Just a tad bit deep.
I mean, I'm not going to criticise that. I'm not going to be doing much of a better job around that corner. That corner is difficult. Yeah, he's used the eSports bump there. Maybe not ideal.
Not how you're supposed to be.
No, bit too much air there, which is not ideal. You don't want to launch the car too much.
Yeah. I saw a car in Division 2 that almost tipped on its side using that bump too much.
Wow, that's an impressive feat if you manage to do that. Fatality then coming up to the line now then. So the time to beat obviously set by Silly Guy 1:37.06, and Fatality does 1:39.091. Sloth in Sector 1. Icebreaker just ahead of Sloth, so we'll be on board with Icebreaker at the moment. I do believe since I last commentated last week, we have hit 500 followers.
That was on the Tuesday League, I think, the 500.
Right, yeah. I wasn't racing that Tuesday, that's probably why we hit that goal.
And actually, Tuesday League, the poll for that was a 1:37.7. Was the poll.
Wow. So looks like we're probably going to beat that.
Which was set by I Am Sloth, I think. Was,
yes, remember Velocity is also in this league, moaning about that to me on messages. But yeah, speaking of velocity, he's out now. But I'm going to keep on board with Mr. Icebreaker. Energetics has retired in the pits.
He must be happy with his time.
38.5. I'm not sure that's necessarily. Well, to be honest, I don't know. It's just quite early, isn't it? When there's only 11 times on the board. I mean, it's a decent time of 38.5 for this early on, but then again, this is Division 1. So yeah, it's a different.
It's a different ball game.
Yeah, different gravy. Mr. Icebreaker's a 143, and that was
Sloth.
Sloth has gone 137.9.
137.9.
Denzo's on the mediums, interestingly enough.
He always goes on the mediums Q1. I think Rick does too.
It seems a bit odd though, because then he never has them for Q2. I mean,
he might be going for the soft hards.
Yeah, I mean, the soft hard works around here. I wouldn't say it's like other tracks where it's particularly important to qualify on the mediums, but I still think you'd like to. If you don't, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, that was a bit of a lock up there.
I was going to say
thank you to Paige Baguette for raiding the channel with 3 viewers and hosting the stream. We appreciate that very much indeed. Velocity's invalidated his lap, so I think he's going to be good again. But we'll still stay on board with Denzo. We've seen another time there, Droftas with a 38.213. That puts him 4th fastest and ahead of his teammate by just over a tenth. Denzo now coming to the line, and this is going to be a big flex, isn't it, on the medium tyres? A 39.2 on the mediums, so pretty rapid for medium pace. Velocity is going again. Rick Dalton has gone purple in Sector 2 though, so we will stay with him.
Also, I just want to point out, maybe what he's done is he selected the harder tyre allocation, because you do get 2 sets of mediums for qualifying with those tyre allocations. So
yeah, true. He might have done that. It's not the ideal circuit for it, but either way, Rick Dalton goes 4th fastest with a 1:38.003. And yeah, these lap times very competitive, very close indeed. It's good to see. Velocity, bit of a slide there, wasn't it? Yeah. Right, that's going to cost him time. He's managed to keep the car going though. Obviously, will have cost him time though. He usually uses the sports bump when I've been racing with him on the Tuesday, and in other leagues as well. Not like a smooth, not the most smooth exit from that corner there, but I know this is
steering. Actually,
yeah, this is one of his. I do know this is one of his worst tracks, but even then, he's still tracks that he hates. He cries about his pace, and then is actually still pretty rapid. So, but it's a 39.314 there. For Velocity, so currently that's him
on trouble, especially with Chazza and Nightwing still to set laps. Chazza going purple in Sector 1 as well. Yeah,
and he will have obviously time to go again, and potentially even another 2 times. Oh no, he invalidated his first lap as well. To be fair, both his times have been on the same soft tyre, so with fresh softs he could probably go quicker than that. But yeah, he is going to have to go quicker than that because this grid is obviously so competitive. Let's see what Chazza does in this middle sector, because as you say, he was fastest in the first. Droftas is retired in the pits. Chazza is going to be purple in the second sector.
That is for them, but also, I just want to point out.
Yeah, that's quite often a glitch, isn't it? But
something that needs to be fixed.
Yeah, it's really difficult to judge what the lap time it's going to be, because they seem to just give purple to everyone in the middle sector unless they're down on their time, and it's a 38.061 from Chazza. It's P5. That does knock Velocity currently out. Nightwing has that's about 3/10 slower than Chazza's middle sector there from Nightwing. So
I don't think wall as well on the exit to that straight.
Yeah, he hasn't got any visible damage, but yeah, it wouldn't have been ideal for him. He's going to do a 38.3 though, despite that. Yeah, there's his teammate coming out of the pits now. Denzo in danger. That sounds like a great film. So silly guy retires from the session.
I don't know why he risks it. I don't know why Denzo risks it. It doesn't make sense to me.
Maybe maybe more of a challenge. I don't know.
He can't be that cocky, surely.
No, I don't really know either. But
There
He's
you go,
actually,
12.
yeah, he's currently is through with that time, even on the mediums. Everyone on outlaps at the moment. Who is furthest ahead on outlap? I think is that Bryce? Yeah, Bryce is... No, there's a Ferrari ahead of him. Alan is going to be the next one to start his lap.
Who's going to be the next one to cross our line, though? Is it going to be Bryce? No.
No, a lot of them are on outlaps at the moment. Or on in-laps.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I'm sticking on board at the moment with Alan. If I've missed someone, let me know, though. But I think it is because...
I think Silent's going to be the next to cross the line.
Oh, yeah,
he's a 10th up, so he will be.
Yeah, we'll switch to him then. Yeah, he's purple in the first sector.
We're going to stop saying that because it's a lie.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm just going to say it anyway to hype everyone up. He's purple in the first sector. Going into the castle section.
Ooh.
Just avoided that, didn't he? It was a big left rear lock-up there to avoid that. Yeah, not the ideal exit you want to... Well, the ideal entrance or exit into the castle section.
And that's not the ideal entrance you want to that corner either.
It's not looking like the cleanest of laps, and yeah, he's 4/10 down now in that middle sector purely because of that. I don't think this is going to be an improvement from Silent then, unless he has a worldie or the final sector, because he was only a 10th up in the first. And coming to the line now.
That final sector is really hard to improve on because it's literally...
He's gone in the pits.
It's just like 2 corners and a straight.
Yeah, exactly. Alan coming to the end of his lap. He's got Blaze in front of him getting out his way. And no idea what his other sector times were. Sloth saying didn't expect that. I guess he's on about his pace. Yeah, very good pace indeed, a 37.948, as I said, at this stage of qualifying especially. Alan going as close to the wall as he can, and it's going to be a 39.069, and that is only good enough for 15th at the moment. He is right on the edge of elimination, and velocity on an outlap. Mr. Icebreaker is 8/10 up. He's currently 19th, so look out for him.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can improve enough to get him out of the danger zone. No. He said he was 8/10 up. But
Nunda's 3/10 up.
And Ruff the next day is also up on his time, but we're going to switch to Nunda. He goes 13th. Fastest.
This could be the first time he's out of Q1 and into Q2 in a while.
Well, that would be very welcome news for him. Ruff the next day, as I said, up a 10th in that first sector. Velocity starting his lap. Fatality also on a lap. Looks like Alan might be out unless he's got fuel for another run. Who is further ahead out of these guys? It is Ruff the next day. Who's going to be? He's currently sitting in P20 with a 140.677. The cut-off time at the moment is a 1:38.838. And that was set by RAS Silent, so who has retired. He won't be improving on his time. So 38.838 to beat. Denzo's not coming out again, you know. Denzo might be knocked out. If these guys improve, Denzo's out.
Alan's not going to improve because he's in low fuel mode.
And Ruff the next day is only not improved enough.
And we see Fatality 5/10 up.
Yeah, this is looking a lot better from Fatality. Can he compound that with getting through? We could potentially see, well, both RAS Silent and Denzo knocked out. Fatality goes 11th fastest. He's through. Alan is not through. He's definitely out. Velocity's not through. Mr. Icebreaker's not. No, Denzo has scraped through by the skin of his teeth. But from Q1 we lose RAS Silent, Alan, Velocity, Mr. Icebreaker, and Ruff the next day won. And as I said, Denzo's scraping through on those medium tyres in the end. And quickest in that session, silly guy, probably as we expected, but very close between him and Blaze. 1:37.706 compared to 1:37.739. And the top three all in the 37s. and then everyone else down to 17th in the 38s. So yeah, we got someone DJ Death Dragon is Team Sloth. So we've got people supporting Droftas, Pillars, and now Sloth as well.
We'd love to see it.
Indeed we do, and I'm sure the drivers appreciate that. We just wait for Ruff the next day to come round into the pits. He is on a lap actually. But it's
a very slow lap.
Let's just say it's not going to be challenging anyone. It's not going to be a position changer.
Oh, I think Silly Sly Guy is shaking in his boots right now.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Well, he's going to get this slipstream, which is going to give him minus 10 seconds and get him into quality.
He's 36 seconds down. This is a great lap.
Yeah, well, all that time he can definitely get back in this final sector. So
100%.
Is he going to cross the line or is he going to go into the pits? It'd be quicker if he crossed the line.
Please go.
I mean, it would have been a lot easier for everyone if you would have just gone into the pits. But yeah, Nunda, well done. That's your first Q2 appearance this season for both AlphaTauris. Oh, so well done, Nunda. And Apex, very good teammate as well. Only separated by just under 2/10, so
very close.
Very close between you guys, and well done on getting through to Q2. Especially if that's the first time this season, because to be honest, it's very challenging to do in this league, considering the pace of these drivers to get into Q2. Because we've seen some quick drivers knocked out. Alan's no slouch, VIL Velocity's no slouch. So yeah, there we have it. There's the people into Q2. As I said,
how close?
Yeah, it is very close. All the way down the grid, to be honest. In the end,
1 second separates first and 14th.
Yeah, it's quite incredibly tight down there. Denz, as you see, sneaking through. But yeah, once again, losing RAS Silent, Alan, VIL Velocity, Mr. Icebreaker, and Ruff the next day won. But that concludes Q1, and on to Q2 we go. And let's see if we see everyone sort of go for the mediums, or we're going to see a split. Because round here, as I said, unlike other tracks, it's not essential. I mean, tyre wear's medium round here. I wouldn't say it's particularly bad or particularly...
what? For the softs? For the softs?
Not... I wouldn't say it's that bad. But
for the
maybe
softs, only go 7 laps.
That's not bad, because you can get the hards to the end.
Yeah, I know. The hards do go 25 laps.
Yeah, I guess you do a lot on the rear tyres, but... or maybe I'm just a tyre god thing, so I did manage to do 10 laps with the softs.
Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm joking. But, medium is, of course, still optimal. But, and track position isn't essential. You can overtake around here, but you can also have big DRS trains around here, so, it's not guaranteed. We got a new follow. Thank you, Ruff1, for the follow. We're now at 508 followers, so we really appreciate the support here. Support, not sport.
Sport here.
I kept saying that. Broke for a bit. Blaze is first out in the Williams. He's gone on the softs. Looks like so of the drivers out, we've got Droftas, Pillars, Blaze, Epic the Animal, all on the softs, and then Bryce, Apex, Rogue on the mediums. Although, of course, they could just be doing slow soft runs, and then obviously do a quick run on the mediums. We quite often see that, just to get a delta in.
Because I find when I look at a green delta, I go quicker. I don't know about you, but...
I think that's the same for most drivers. I think this game is actually as well as obviously is quite a lot about psychology in terms of how you react to that. Because it's the same with TT. Like that green delta just does something. I don't know why. It just makes you quicker.
Yeah.
And,
you'd think it'd make you slower. You'd be like, I'm up, so I should let off a little bit, but no.
And then that red delta, I always make more mistakes under because I'm trying to make up that time, and then I'm more likely to make a mistake. So yeah, we will see. Maybe some of them are actually going to try and start on the softs, but as I said, I'd suspect it's probably, especially for a first run, I'd suspect it's more going to do a slow lap, especially considering the people out.
Yeah.
One of them being Blaze. We're about to see as he starts
Also,
his
I'd
lap.
love to have an update on the weather, because Div 3 it was raining. I'm not sure about Div 4. Div 2 was dry, so I don't know whether it'd be dry rain for all the divisions. So if anyone's racing, or if anyone knows what the weather is, who's in a party with
we've got
someone who's racing.
an instant reply. So Rough One, I should have realised is Rough from day one.
Yeah.
And he said, great quality for myself, all part of the plan. He's starting P20 on the grid, but he says dry race at the start and rain at the end.
Interesting.
Which is we love a race with mixed conditions, because
we do.
They are usually the best sort of races, because then strategy really plays a part. And obviously, as Blaze is invalidated, but yeah, that does make it very interesting indeed. So behind Blaze, we've got Bryce on a lap. So he's not invalidated, so we'll go on board with him. He's on the medium tyre. But yeah, thank you for the information, Rough One, as well as the follow. That was an instant answer to your question, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought there was a little delay on the stream, but the way he answered that, I don't know.
Maybe he answered it before I even said it. And
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, God knows.
Bryce then, obviously purple middle sector, because he's the first one on the first of the drivers who's not invalidated the laps. He's getting a nice slipstream. Well. Yeah, he's getting a very nice toe from Blaze. That's very kind from Blaze. I'm not going to lie. That definitely seemed a bit deliberate. Bryce does a 1:39.7. Decent time on the mediums. Then you've got I'm on board with Apex Rogue now. Droftas is a one. Yeah, there's slow laps there. Yeah, definitely the slow laps from Droftas and Pillars. Apex Rogue though is on the mediums, so this will be. He won't want this to be a slow lap. He wants this to be as quick as he possibly can. It's going to be a 1:39.938.
That slipstream has definitely helped.
Yeah, that has definitely helped him. Fatality's invalidated on the softs. Sloth on the softs as well, but I think he will be doing a slow lap. Same with Rick Dalton. Well, he's about to go to the line. Actually, no, that was a quick middle sector. He's going to have to slow down, surely.
Apparently not.
No, okay, well, I think he will be then trying to start on the soft tyre then with a time like that, 1:38.230.
You know what?
Safety car, yeah, if there's a safety car, that could change everything.
There's been a safety car or a virtual safety car on turn 1 of every single division.
Yeah, so, well, it's obviously very easy for the safety car to come out. And I tell you what, it's got a bit cloudy, hasn't it?
It has. And silly slide.
Yeah, I've just noticed that.
39.1 on the medium tyre. Get in the
Sloth
bin.
does a 1:39.6, so he can go quicker than that, although it's not necessarily ideal. We had a yellow flag, but I think that was just for Bryce getting out of the way. No, there's one at the castle section actually.
Pillars is 6/10 up.
No, he's just run out of fuel. Yep, and is he going to then opt to go for the softs, or is he just going to go into the pits?
I would guess. I don't know. It is looking a bit cloudy.
Into the pits. He's going very quickly. Yeah, it is. It is getting a lot cloudy. I'd love to know. Obviously, we know the race, but I'm guessing that Rough One. Well, actually, because you've been knocked out, you wouldn't know. I guess if there's rain on the way in quali, because you'd only see sort of the weather for Q1 and the start of Q2.
In the chat, but he's on a lap, isn't he?
Yeah. Selfish, really. Should be typing and driving.
Come on, man.
Typing and driving.
If DJ's watching, ask Sloth if it's raining in quali or not.
Yeah, he's not on a flying or anything anyway. He's 3 seconds down. Blaze is about to start another lap. He's gone back out on the softs. Whether that's to do another slow lap, because obviously he invalidated the first slow lap, or not, we will see. So still Chazza, Nightwing, Energetics, all in the pits. They haven't even come out once yet. Denzo came out and invalidated the lap, I think. I mean, with the
track's getting colder.
Yeah, the track would be getting colder, which is obviously more optimal for tyre conditions, but No qualifying rain for Q2. I wonder if that will change in Q3 though, or if it will just be very cloudy, because it's definitely getting darker. And I'm no expert in I'm no weather forecaster, but when the rain clouds get darker, that's quite often a sign that rain's on the way.
They might want to come out sometime soon, just in case.
Yeah, because obviously these guys can only see like up to 15 minutes in terms of the weather forecasts.
If you notice, actually, if you stay on the qualifying screen for the weather, every couple seconds it goes up by like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Oh, right, okay. So maybe you can. I just wasn't aware of that after having the game for like playing like a billion hours on it. I guess I know nothing. Nunda saying yes, Alpha. Woo. Yeah, currently sitting P6 and P5. Although obviously a lot of people yet to do laps, and Droftas and Pillars doing slow ones.
I think Blaze is going to set a time on the softs here.
Yeah, judging, or he's going to slam on the brakes at the last minute. That's the only way he's going to stop himself from.
I find Blaze's driving style as well very, very. What's the word?
Wow, that's the quickest we've seen of anyone.
That is 3/10 quicker than City Sly got
yeah,
last session.
A 37.4 from Blaze. Well, I think it's safe to say he's into Q3.
Definitely going to improve on the medium tyres. That was definitely a slow lap, I think, yeah.
Oh, apparently the cloud's meant to go away. It's going to get more sunny at the for quali.
Boo.
But obviously it is going to be wet towards the end of the race. Thanks for the info, Nunda. Epic the Animal goes into the 37s as well with a 37.951. He's opting to start on the soft tyre. What about Fatality?
Soft hard is the way to go.
Yeah, and of course, I guess it depends where that weather comes in, and because it depends how late that rain comes. Because obviously, when it says towards the end of the race, that can mean anything between halfway through the race or the last lap of the race with
what
Cody's.
I would do if I was outside the top 10 in this situation.
Start on hards?
Start on hards.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly. I'd do exactly the same thing. Got nothing to lose. Especially if you're further down and out of the top 10. Like, if you're knocked out in Q1, so rough one if you're listening, or Velocity or whatever, might be worth doing that just to see. I mean, obviously it depends. You guys know where exactly it says it's going to come, but because Cody's can be very... it can be very vague on when the rain actually comes. You don't know. Denzo out on the softs. Considering it's this late on, I'd imagine he is going to be qualifying on the softs. Energetics has selected the medium tyre. Hasn't come out yet, though. Chazza and Nightwing are out on the mediums. So far, we've had a couple of laps on mediums, like Silly Guy and others. But they've all got the softs ready, of course, in case they need to go out again, which they probably will, as we get closer to the end of this session.
Yeah.
I think Denzo is going for a quick time here on the softs. Judging by that first sector anyway. He doesn't seem to...
The top guy's definitely looking for it. Oh, crashed into the wall a bit there.
Did he... trying to see if there's an angle of wing damage. Rick Dalton...
Did he?
Currently sitting... No, someone went up. Who was it?
Fatality? Droftas? Droftas. Gotta be Droftas.
Oh yeah, it's done a 139.1 on the mediums, just ahead of Sly Guy. So 139.153, ahead of a 139.165. Yeah, and I wonder if he's invalidated. He's invalidated. Just didn't seemed a lot of understeer there out that corner. Just couldn't get the car on track limits. Chaz has spun. Chaz is. I've just gone on board with him, and he is spun.
You wanna remember? He's lost his wing as well.
Yeah.
You wanna remember? Chazza is just starting no traction.
Okay, yeah, very easy to do then.
He is only just starting no track. I don't know whether he turned it back to medium for this race. We'll have a look at his telemetry going into one of these corners.
Do you think today Nikita Mazepin tried no traction for the first time?
Yeah, definitely.
Seems like it. Oh, slam against the wall there from Nightwing. Seems like it in terms of all the practice sessions, qualifying, and then the race. He just can't stop spinning. It's like he has turned it off for the first time.
It's literally the new Daniel Kvyat.
Yeah. Well, no, because Kvyat was actually competent at the end, and he didn't constantly spin, in all fairness. He seems far worse than anything we've seen in a long time. Although it is only the first race, but yeah, he could not stop spinning. And all fairness, Mick Schumacher also spun, but obviously nowhere near as badly, and as frequently, and didn't go into a wall. He managed to finish the race. Nightwing with a 1:39.363.
Literally, he done the most beginner mistake anyone could ever do. He was in first gear, coming out of turn 1.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd go first gear for turn 1. Literally anyone who plays F1 can tell you not to go first gear for turn 1. But in all fairness, it's the same thing about when Grosjean came. I don't know if you saw that bit in Drive to Survive, when Grosjean came into the pits and he went in the pits in neutral rather than first gear, so he stalled it.
Yeah.
Like, they're the basic things that you think, oh, surely no one will get. So, Fatality, Droftas and Epic the Animal retiring in the pits. They think they've gone quick enough. We're on board with Energetics at the moment. And it's definitely not a purple middle sector, but looks okay for the medium times. I'm not going to try and hazard a guess. Obviously, the cut-off time at the moment is a 1:39.937 from the AlphaTauri of Apex Rogue. Nunda, his teammate, also on a lap, as well as Apex Rogue. A lot of people out there
looking to beat that now. There he goes.
And he has. That's 9th fastest for Energetics. Is he going to get through on that? I don't know. It's a bit of a... He's sort of having a little standoff there with Apex Rogue. It's not an ideal position. 9th with a minute remaining and people on the flying laps.
Chaz is retired? In the pits?
Yeah, I think he's just given up, or he hasn't got enough tyres, or hasn't got enough time.
He doesn't have enough time, does he?
Yeah, he wouldn't have enough time. You need at least 1 minute 50 to get on an out lap. Blaze retires from the session. He's obviously quickest with a 1:37.4. We've just seen someone move up there, and that is Nunda with a 38.439. Wow, that's a really good time for Nunda.
Let's go, Nunda.
That might even be enough to put him into Q3.
Yeah,
I mean, there's still time to go. Pillars has just done a 1:39.317. Energetics is now out, and he's on a slow lap, so that's him out of quali. Unless he's... Oh, Bryce is 7/10 up on his time as well. So, at the moment, Nightwing is in the pits. He's not going to have time to get out there again. If Bryce looks like he's going to knock Nightwing out here.
He does. And also Denzo, don't forget Denzo's on a lap as well, on those soft tyres.
Yeah, and if he invalidates, that's him out. Nightwing, has retired in the pits. Obviously, not going to have enough time to do another lap. Bryce coming across the line now, and it's a 38.852, and that has knocked Nightwing out of Q2, and he will not be taking part in Q3. What about Denzo then? He's gone purple in the first sector.
If he improves, he knocks out Pillars.
Yeah, Pillars now the one in danger. I'll tell you what, if Energetics is... he hasn't got the fuel or the tyres, but if he would have gone slightly quicker, we could have seen Silly Guy knocked out. Yeah. Silly Guy, Sly Guy, Silly Sly Guy.
Same thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I can never decide what to go on. Bit of a lock up there from Denzo. Didn't look like it harmed him that much.
We're under a quick corner.
13.6. That's a well. I think that might legitimately be purple. 13.6. Although a 37.4 is going to be very hard to beat. But if anyone can, Denzo can. And sometimes drivers drive better under pressure, whether that's Lewis Hamilton or Max Verstappen or Denzo. Let's see.
This looks like it's going to be an absolutely cracking lap.
Slightly slower, but it is a second fastest time, and obviously him comfortably into Q3, and that knocks Pillars out. Anyone else on a lap? Sly Guy's actually 9/10 up on his time, but it's backed off because he was out on the softs in case he needed to improve, but of course he doesn't now.
Yep.
So that concludes Q2. Then we lose Pillars, Nightwing, Energetics, Apex Rogue, and Chazza. Silly Sly Guy just getting through there. Droftas, Bryce, Nunda, Fatality, Rick Dalton, I'm Sloth, Epic the Animal, Idenzo, and Blaze with a 1:37.412. They are the drivers who will be in Q3 for the top 10 shootout, and it is shaping up to be a pretty good top 10 shootout indeed.
It certainly is. This is the fastest part of the week, the Division 1 Q3 battle. I don't know what the competition is this week. Is there a competition this week?
Not 100% sure. Also, massive congratulations to Nunda because he's got through into Q3 there. P7 he got through.
Lovely.
That 38.4 was a smashing time. And
absolutely smashing.
Smashing. I don't know why I turned into Nigel Thornberry then, but yeah, you've made it into Q3, so well on that. Top 10 shootout. Let's see if you could start P7. I'm sure you'd be delighted with that. But Blaze obviously quickest with the 1:37.412, but not far behind there. Denzo, just over a tenth and a half behind. And we lose Pillars, Nightwing, Energetics, Apex, and Chazza.
Those guys won't be happy about that. Obviously, Pillars fighting for the wins normally.
Yeah.
He's done a Sergio Perez.
Yeah, he has. But if is he going to be like Sergio Perez and have that amazing race pace? It won't matter too much, especially around here where you can overtake. And of course, if that rain is coming, he has the free choice of tyres, so he can potentially adjust his strategy to be the most ideal.
I think P11's the best spot to be in this situation.
Well, yeah, I agree with you on that one.
As we see Denzo coming out the pits first. Oh no, never mind.
No,
he was the first one to exit his garage.
Yeah, I'll let you off on that because yeah, he was the first one. I was on board with him as well, but Bryce has beat him out. He was first out in Q1, not in Q2. He was beaten by Blaze. Here he is, first out in Q3 for the top 10 shootout. This is when we drivers really give everything, and this is when we should see the really. I mean, we've already seen Alien Times, but we should see.
Really, Alien
Times. Yeah. Another level
developed, you know. I mean, time trial, it says like optimum pace or optimum track temperature, but it's not. The tyres are overheated.
Yeah.
100 degrees Celsius the tyres are. It's not optimal at all.
It's not like last year where your TT would pretty much always be quicker than your quali laps. Whilst this year it seems to be you quite often go quicker than your TT. Yeah, exactly. So,
I mean, if that Blaze, if I'm remembering that 36.5 correctly, I don't know what he's done there, but
I would love to know the world record round here.
I could look it up for you right now. Actually, might as well. Droftas has left. We'll have to get him an invite.
Yeah, we will indeed. Hello there. How is it? Evening, fellas. Good luck to all. Sorry about reading your name out so oddly. I sort of was a bit broken there, but Rice starting his lap now, and will be the first of these guys to cross the line for Q3 and set the pace, unless of course he invalidates. Takes a wide line in there.
My PlayStation will not load my friends list.
And sometimes it can be, yeah, it's really slow.
He's joined.
Yeah, he's managed to make it. Halsey is fine. Yeah, that's a lot easier. That's a lot easier than saying hello there. How is I? Every time. I will go for Halsey. Thank you very much for that help. Yeah, good to see that. Good. He's saying good luck to all. And Swanshanks enjoying me butchering that name. It wasn't even like there was no excuse of it even being a foreign name. I don't know, it just baffled me apparently.
Just felt like you didn't want to say it right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think Bryce is going to be the first one to set a lap of Q3.
Yep, we're on board with him.
And this session is why it's called the Freak Show, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep, this is where we see the quickest times.
Fasten your seatbelts.
Parabolical eSports, exactly. 14.5. I know from Denzo's time at the end of Q2 where he did a 13.6 and ultimately did a 37.5, but he's about 9/10 off that, so
he's definitely a banker.
Yeah, and obviously some of these guys will be going out on used tyres as well, because not all of them will have fresh sets. It's a 38.6. Denzo's going to be next across the line, and it's a 36.9.
What?
a 36.970, and silly guy
7/10 off.
That might be an old set, but it also is a crazy time from Denzo, so I'm not even sure.
What?
Epic the Animo actually goes second fastest with 1:37.724. I'm trying not to be completely blown away by that time, but it's very hard. Blaze now, can he go quicker? He was quickest in Q2, but this time only manages a 37.5, which is actually a tenth slower than what he did in Q2.
Are you joking?
That is absolutely ridiculous.
That is outrageous.
Well, you weren't lying about his TT time being a 36.5 then.
He's turned on his sliders.
Yeah, there's... Wow.
What? What? That's gonna be pole. Watch.
That's crazy.
I was doubting we could bump into the 36s, but there you go.
Yeah, I mean, well, I thought maybe on the final run someone could do it, but...
do you know what? Denzo's underfueled the car so much he's in low fuel mode for his in-lap.
Ah, yeah, well that explains it. You've got to be, really, to do a time like that.
He's underfueled it that well, because I've noticed his outlap was proper slow.
Yeah.
And then he just used it all on
Rick, the eSports bump there, Rick got some... He would have lost a lot of time there. Yeah, it's a 13.9. That's not purple. Ignore that graphic. But yeah, he would have lost a lot of time there because he went over the eSports bump and he got a lot of air and sort of plumped down in a compromising position there. So I think this is still going to be a decent time though. 13.9's not a terrible middle sector, as is going to be shown here. It's a 37.9.
As you see as well, look at Rick's fuel. If you look at his fuel, he's underfueled his car as well.
Yeah. And
he's almost a second slower than his brother.
Yeah. And so far we still got...
Oh, Sloth's out.
Sloth
has lost his wheel.
Wait, I'm actually on... He's lost it in Sector 3 on the... You know the barriers by the... it's not really a... Well, it's a slight kink in the track.
Is it the exit onto like the last corner? Sort of, not really.
I think it's more... maybe there just before the weaving... Well, the slight dink in the corner that goes onto the straight. Yeah, it was out of there. That's where the dot on the track was stopped anyway. I didn't actually see the car itself. I just saw the dot on the track map. Nunda's saying kind of block plays only have one lap, so because he only has one set. And up for drive of the day in turn 1, 2. Hopefully I can improve how to get lessons. Baseball guy, but like everyone says, it's because it's people like Idenzo that makes me want to delete the game because I suck. No, you don't. You don't suck, mate. Denzo is just... I don't know what Denzo is.
Most of our drivers actually are above average. It's just the fact that these are above average. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, they're in Div 1, so they're going to be quick. It's just... But then you have the upper end, yeah, they're just alien. Yeah, baseball guy is Bryce B. Stanton, who currently sits in P7.
Like, you look at, like, the midfield and the back end of the field, you're watching it, are like, oh, these guys are slow. But then, like, you race them, and then you're like, okay.
No, they're not slow. They're not slow at all. Yeah. I mean, VIL Velocity, starting in 18th, has won multiple championships with other very quick drivers in here. Pillars, obviously, we know, is rapid. He didn't even get into Q2. Droftas has won championships in the past. He's currently sitting P5. Let's see if he can improve.
He's on low fuel too. I feel like all the drivers are underfueling their car, but Denzo has underfueled it to the point where he actually runs out of fuel.
Yeah. Swanshank saying to Halsey, why are you only driving the Aussie League? It's easier. I'm sure not. I'm sure it's not. And Apex 08 saying there's above average, then there's top 5 aliens. And yeah, I've got to agree with that. Top 5 aliens of the week. Remember, that was the series that, well, it was of the month actually, that Into the Barrier did.
See it on like Watch Mojo.
Yeah.
Top 5 aliens spotted on F1 tracks.
Yep.
Number 1 Blaze.
Well, Denzo for this at the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
He's the only one to break the 136s. He sits on provisional pole as it stands with 3 minutes to go.
I think that's going to be the pole top. I don't think Denzo can improve that.
Yeah, it's going to be incredibly tough for him or anyone else to improve on that.
that time might have genuinely just been a fluke. He just hook up the lap perfectly. He's never ever going to be able to do that ever
just
again.
Just a once in a lifetime thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, if his TT's a 36.5, you know, who knows?
I mean, you never know. You never know.
Indeed, a fatality, Sector 1. He's done a 34.662 in Sector 1, coming up to Sector 2. Now, Bryce, Nunda, and Epic the Animal all on outlaps. Everyone else in the pits waiting until the very last moment. As I said, you can leave about 1 minute 50 before you venture out. Anything else, you're going to have a very quick outlap.
Looks like a good castle section from Fatality there.
Yeah, although on that exit it looked like he wobbled a bit with the rear, but didn't look too bad.
Can he nail this corner though?
Well, he's...
Yeah, that was
yeah,
good.
That looked very smooth. He hasn't quite utilised the eSports bump, but at the same time he's still done it very smoothly. He's kept it within track limits. Yeah, so that's... Judging by that time, that's... Rick Dalton did a 13.9, so... in his middle sector, and he's done a 37.9. Not sure what this is going to be. Let's see.
Just the shortest line to the line.
Yeah.
Depends on whether he can beat Rick or not. And he's just behind him.
38.049.
Only just.
So he was quick. He was just slightly slower than him in the middle sector, and that might have been the reason that he is P7 and Rick's P6. Bryce is 2/10 up on his first sector. What about the second? We will see.
Also, Nunda's the only one that haven't set a lap yet. So Nunda's only going to have one run. Yeah,
he's only going to have one run. He did say he only had one set. Bryce has done a 39 in sector 2, and he's up significantly on his time. We got a yellow flag, and people look like they're backing up massively for laps. He improves by 6/10.
Oh, Nunda's just gone into the back of Droftas. Droftas was weaving, didn't move out the way of Nunda, and Nunda's got a 5-place grid penalty.
Oh dear.
Droftas was warming up his tyres, obviously didn't see Nunda on the lap, and yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be qualifying over for Nunda, and he'll drop down to P15 as well.
I think that's going to be... I think Droftas is going to see some punishment there as well.
I'll definitely see some licence points.
Silly Guy's just starting his lap now. Epic the Animal's further ahead, though, so we'll stay on board with him. That is so unfortunate for Nunda. Because, yeah, he was on a lap. Didn't actually catch much of his lap. I was about to switch over to him. Oh, there's a big bump, and Epic the Animal... the eSports bump sent him into the wall there. He's very lucky not to lose his front wing. He's actually kept hold of it, but he would have lost a bit of time because he slammed into that wall.
Also, I don't know whether you caught it, but Nunda's car was just riding Denzo's car going around in the first corner. Let's see what Epic... no, everyone's down right now, apart from Silly Sly Guy. Silly Sly Guy's 2/10 up, going into the castle section. Let's see what he can do.
Coming across the line. He... doesn't improve.
How was Silly Sly not invalidated there?
Sometimes I see those lines and I'm generally baffled. What about Blaze? Is he up on his time? No, he's slightly down.
So it looks like Blaze isn't going to improve. Then it's all down to Silly Sly.
Oh, he has improved in the second sector though. Only slightly though, but that's not going to be enough for pole. To improve by 60, by just over half a tenth isn't going to be enough for pole.
Silly Sly going to get Blaze here. Silly Sly Guy will overtake Blaze. Silly Sly Guy was 5/10 up going into
Blaze does improve to a 37.410. But what can Silly Sly Guy
got him though? There he goes.
That's P2.
What was it?
It was a 37.107.
I thought it was a flat, but
no,
yeah.
It was 37.107, I think. And that is P2. And yep, there we go, 37.107. As expected. That is Denzo's time was not improved on because it was so stupidly quick. But tell you what, Silly Saigai was only about over a tenth, just over a tenth over.
Also,
slower than
Nunda only dropped down to P14 because of sloth.
Yeah.
So.
Still really unfortunate there for Nunda because, we don't know where he would have been.
He was on a really good time.
Yeah, we don't know where he would have been, I guess, so... Yeah.
I'm going to go quickly grab a drink before this race starts, mate.
Yeah, no problem. I will hold the ship steady. Bryce saying these guys are mental. I'm less than a tenth of my TT and got P8. They are absolutely crazy. And how's he saying? Great times, lads. Well done. Yeah, they are incredible times. But now it comes to the point where it really matters, especially because of the overtaking opportunities on this track and the fact that we've got rain coming on later in this race. It is time for the race. And it'll be interesting to see how many people are going to opt for the hards, considering there is rain late on, and try and stretch that to a one-stop, to hards to intermediates. We know, obviously, the top 10. A lot of them are starting on softs, some on mediums. But outside the top 10, you've got a chance here of potentially making a one-stop if that rain comes... at a certain time for you. Obviously the optimal time, it is a gamble, but sometimes you've got to gamble to achieve greatness, especially if you're in a position of disadvantage, as are those outside the top 10, especially those eliminated in Q1.
We're back.
The rain is literally the last box.
The rain's what?
The last box, that's what Mike's saying. So Bryce is saying. So I think he means it's going to be at the very, very end. So maybe it isn't worth going to the hards. I'm not sure.
We'll see what everyone's gone to now, though, won't we?
Yeah, let's get up to the detail of the tyres. And no, everyone outside the top 10 is either gone for halves or mediums. And Nunda's on
softs.
Softs. It said that Nunda said something actually. He said he has a grip pen, so he has to start on softs. That's what he said anyway. So
I think because he set his time on Q2.
Yeah, on the softs.
Still got through.
So
that's a shame.
That's a really bad position. Yeah, that's through no fault of his own. He's in a really bad position. So that is really unfortunate for Nunda. My AI got the brain to go hard. I'm surprised. Yeah, well, it does seem like with that rain, even the AI is suggesting it. And tell you what, Pillars is starting P10 because of that grid penalty, obviously, to Nunda. Gets the free choice of tyre, and he's gone for the hards. Nightwing gone for the mediums. Denzo, the pole sitter on softs, whilst Silly Sly Guy in P2 is on the mediums. But yeah, quickly run down this grid. Denzo starting P1, Silly Sly Guy P2, Blaze P3.
Silly Sly Guy's lagged out. Silly Sly Guy's out.
Oh, yes. I did see a Renault. Oh god,
I don't know if his PS4's overheated again or something.
That is not good for the race. I'm not sure Denzo will be too gutted about it, but
can you read out his gamer tag to me?
Epic, but the capital C of at the end, so
no,
Epic.
Silly Sly Guy.
Oh, so yes, Silly Sly Guy's like that. SMM, all caps.
S. Yep.
And then underscore.
Yep.
Capital S, and then all of it under lowercase, then Illy Sly Guy.
Okay.
So yeah, that's unfortunate for Silly Sly Guy. Hopefully he can join back.
He has been sent an invitation.
As we see everyone line up.
Last week this happened, his PlayStation 4 overheated. And he was out the whole race.
Oh god, that's it's a real shame, because that's about the only thing that can hold him back, considering his pace.
Yeah.
And we're just finished the formation lap, and we're lining up now on the grid. So
Silly Sly Guy's going to get absolutely swamped at the start, is what it's called. I think Epic pretty much everyone to move up a place.
Well, do we know what the AI's on?
The AI's on normal.
So, like, what difficulty do we know? 'Cause if
70.
Oh yeah, he'll get absolutely swamped then. we're waiting now. So you hear the engines begin to rev.
No lights there. Oh,
there we go. 4, 5 lights. And away we go. And that looked like a bad start. Oh, it was Sly Guy, that's why. And oh, there's wing damage as well. Was that for Sly Guy? As my Delta completely glitches. I saw wing damage, and I think that might have come up Sly Guys. Oh, straight into the wall goes Blaze. Blaze has gone straight into the wall and got wing damage. And I'm not sure if he was hit from behind, because the way he went into that wall, it was like he didn't brake. So he must have been hit by behind. Denzo's off.
Gone. And there's loads of ghosting at the back as well.
Yeah, there's... Sly Guy is being absolutely swamped. There's a yellow flag.
Islands round.
And I tell you what's not ideal is the fact that my Delta's completely gone.
My Delta is all over.
Yeah, I'm seeing people who are in the wrong position.
Out as well. He's like that.
Yeah. He's begging for a race restart. I think that's going to be possible. I'm just... Okay, it has gone back to normal now, I think. Yeah,
a race
so Denzo...
restart for what? There wasn't even a safety car.
No, just for him. So yeah, Denzo leads from Epic the Animal, from Rick Dalton, from Bryce, from Droftas, from Blaze, who has got wing damage. He just went straight into that wall. I didn't see if he did get contact.
We'll definitely see footage at the end of this.
Yeah, if not, that was very curious why he went into that wall like that. It looked like he didn't brake at all. Pillars behind him, Fatality, very close behind Pillars as well. I wonder if Pillars...
What wall did he go into, turn 1 or turn 2?
Turn 2. Like, he just went full into it.
For turn 1 then?
Yeah, he did. It was very odd.
I was going to say, because his brake pedal wasn't assigned yesterday when I was doing 5 lappers with him. So.
Oh, okay. Pillars then looking to make a move on Blaze, who's going to be going into the pit, surely, or is he going to stay out? He's going to go into the pit.
Go into the pit.
Yeah, that's the sensible thing to do with that damage. So Epic the
hard,
Animal...
Definitely.
Oh, my Delta's gone again. Why is my...
definitely not lap 3.
Yeah, what is going on here? My Delta's gone, and...
It says it's lap 3 when it's lap 2. And DRS has been enabled. And everyone's ghosting.
Yeah, this is... Yeah, everyone keeps ghosting, because there's blue flags constantly. And I don't know why there's blue flags, because no one's been lapped. That's why everyone's ghosting, because of blue flags. And it's my Delta continues to glitch, because apparently Denzo is in P4. He's not, he's leading the race.
Denzo got away so well. Already pulled out a 1.6 second gap from second place.
Yeah, he had a brilliant start, and obviously Sly Guy's AI did not. Apex saying, "Hey, I'm winning." I guess for a second you were, according to this. According to this, Blaze is winning despite being right at the back.
There we go.
There we go. But how long will it stay like that? That's the thing, because it keeps doing that. Denzo.
No, it'll stay like that for the rest, I assume.
Well, it's done that twice. It fixed itself, and then it went back to it a minute ago. So, hopefully, you're right, but not too confident.
A quick look at the position changes. Bryce gaining 4 positions. City Sly Guy losing 11, obviously because of hitting that. Velocity gaining 7.
Yeah, he's had a really good start. He's utilised the chaos in front to his advantage. Bryce trying to gain on Rick.
Back. Is he back? City Sly Guy's back in.
I think he is. Droftas is looking for the move on Bryce as Epic the Animal does the first lap of the race. Droftas only 2/10 off him all over the back. DRS is now enabled and it's corrected itself. It's now lap 3.
And City Sly Guy's going to go down the inside of Velocity going into turn 1. Velocity knows not to fight this one, surely.
He's fighting it.
He's fighting it.
And
now the Williams is going to have a look on his inside. City Sly Guy needs to watch out. RAS silent. It's going to be pressure in the Haas. Going into turn 3, DRS enabled. Velocity's also got DRS. But he's going to get that slipstream off City Sly Guy. It's not going to be enough. He's going to go overtake. He's going to go round the outside of turn 3. Is there going to be enough room for both drivers?
Bit of contact there. Oh, he's locked up massively.
He's gone into the escape road.
There was a tiny bump there as well.
Silent
just
will
before
not.
He went into that.
Will not be happy with that at all.
Chazza and Energetics are battling.
Energetics are side by side.
Oh!
You can't go side by side through there,
Chazza there. Yeah, Chazza lost the rear as well. There wasn't even any contact there. Chazza just lost the rear once Energetics got past him. And I don't know what's happened to Denzo, because Epic the Animal is now only 8/10 behind him. I don't know if that's just...
I think Denzo made a mistake.
He must have, surely. But, yeah, there was a slight bit of contact there between Velocity and Silent before that big lock-up. I'm not sure if it was enough to cause it, but I'm sure Silent wasn't happy with it regardless. Chazza all over the back of Energetics, not going to have an opportunity to overtake him into this corner, but he will have a chance on the DRS straight. Sloth is on the back of Pillars, meanwhile. We're going to go on to there. This is going to be the more likely move. Behind him,
the more likely move is
teammate.
going to be Bryce for P3. What's this all about? Bryce going to...
How is he up there?
Rick Dalton.
Well, Bryce is all the way up in P3, yeah, absolutely. And Rick's gone into the pits. I think he might have damage.
Going in for Pillars as well. That'll be an easy overtake for him. And Chazza's gaining on Energex as well. This is going to be 3 overtakes in one straight. Here he goes then, going on the outside of turn 1. Energetics going to try and defend as much as he can. Chazza leaving him the room, round the outside. He's got that move done. And
the Renault as well.
Silly Sly Guy.
Yeah, Silly Sly Guy obviously rejoining. He's lost a load of positions at the start because of that. Energetics loses the rear. He saved it well, actually, to avoid getting in the wall, but he has lost the position. And is Silly Sly Guy going to attempt to go on Chazza?
Energetics going to send it back up the inside.
And they've just managed to avoid contact.
Just enough room.
Yeah. Mr. Icebreaker in the pit. Yeah, we had...
Silent! Oh, that's wing damage. Silent absolutely sent it on the inside of Island into turn 3, and I think both drivers have wing damage.
We will see when I get an angle of it. Yes, Alan has left end plate damage. Silent has his front wing by the looks of it, so I think it's only Alan who has damage, actually.
It did look like he bumped to the wall a bit on my screen. Yeah.
Fatality on the back of Pillars here. And Velocity on Energetics. What's happened to... Energetics is in the escape road.
I went side by side. What did I say? Some drivers like going side by side into the castle section.
Was he side by side with... Do you know who he was side by side?
I genuinely think they were going side by side into the castle section.
Do you know who with? Oh, Roth the next day, he's got wing damage. He's lost it just out of the castle section.
I think it was with Velocity.
Well, that's always going to happen when you go side by side in the castle section.
Especially with your teammate.
Yeah, with your teammate. That is beyond stupid. I don't see how he's going to be able to give you enough space here. Silly Sly Guy now making the move on Chazza. And Pillars making the move on Sloth.
That'll be easy on the pitch straight.
Droftas going down the inside, potentially on Bryce. Doesn't manage to get the move done. Silly Sly Guy battling with Chazza, but we're going to stay on board at the moment there. Silly Sly Guy gets the move done.
Droftas, can he get the run on Bryce? Yes, he has got the best traction out of turn 2. Almost bumped it to the back of him there.
Yeah, the difference in speed there with the DRS and ERS crazy, and he's got through in the end.
Get that move done. We're getting a move done on Rick Dalton as well. That is for P13. You wouldn't expect them two to be down there.
There are so many close battles. I really apologise if I'm missing them. Because there's so much going on. Rough the next day gets a 5-second
5 seconds. Well, it is really going to be rough today, actually, because he's having a rough day today.
Yeah.
On this track.
Yeah. Really never mind the next day. Yeah, maybe getting out of the way early. Fatality pressuring his teammate a bit Sloth. They're both on the soft tyre, showing similar pace at the moment. About 4 tenths.
To keep up with Pillars as well, doing really well.
Yeah, Pillars obviously on the hard tyre. He started P10. He is and that's Fatality round.
Just as commentators
you know what? I feel like we were responsible
we
there,
apologise.
And thank God for ghosting, because Velocity went straight through him. That would have been a horrific crash if the ghosting system was not enabled there, because Velocity seemed quite confident though that ghosting was enabled, because he didn't try and avoid him. He just went straight through him. So, but yeah, Velocity up to P9 after starting.
Can we just appreciate Bryce? He's catching P3. He's going to catch Droftas in the Big Willy team. DRS. He's not using overtake, though. He thinks he could take him just before the corner. Can he do it? Which way is he going to go? Left or right? He goes left. Down the inside. Late braking. Or they make contact. Droftas is going to stick it round the outside.
Bryce lost a bit there from the contact. He lost a bit of the rear, but he's going to have the inside for this corner. It's more contact.
Droftas in the wall. And they're still side by side. Droftas still got his nose in there, using his overtake mode. Bryce using his overtake, but Bryce does have the DRS. It's going to be a very, very small advantage. He's going to squeeze him up against the wall so we can get the best turn into the corner.
He's hit the back of him.
He's hit the back of him.
Yeah, he wasn't going to have the room to go around the outside, and then obviously Fatality in the pits from that damage. But yeah, these guys, Droftas and Bryce, keep switching positions, don't they?
They do.
This is a very constant battle at the moment.
Going down the inside of Ireland now. There's too much going on.
I know. I feel really bad for missing this stuff, and that's an Alfa Romeo diving down the inside. I'm amazed there wasn't contact there, like more contact and damage there, because that was a lunge.
I don't know how he hasn't done a 180 spin.
Yeah, no idea. Blaze is on the back of this as well. This is A very close battle, and yeah, there are so many battles. I'm trying to catch them all. But I'm on board with one battle, and then something else is happening. It's a yellow flag in Sector 2. Someone's binned it in the castle section. It's Velocity. Velocity's binned it in the castle section. He's got severe wing damage. It's been a disaster for the Haas drivers. His teammate also having an incident in the castle section.
With Velocity.
Yeah,
well.
And now Velocity has got wing damage himself. He's letting everyone through, to be fair, which is good to see.
catching Bryce. Bryce losing the rear end on the kinks going into the straight.
Droftas has got past. Epic the Animal's pitted, actually. And Droftas and Bryce are battling here. This is a drag race, and Bryce is going into the pits.
Yeah, he was losing the rear end. These softs will start to die off now.
Well, that's what Epic the Animal and Bryce are thinking,
on the back of Alan. No. Nightwing's going to be on the back of Alan. It's a drag race. Just like you said, Blaze going down the middle.
This is incredible.
Blaze trying to go down the middle. Obviously, Alan at a big disadvantage. No DRS. Will Blaze send it up the inside? No, he won't. It'll be a stupid move to do. And Alan really losing out.
And here comes Sloth out the pits as well. Sloth and Nightwing.
They're going to be side by side going into turn 2, coming out the pits on the hard side. They're going to be really cold.
Yeah, he's going to be a sitting duck here, isn't he? No, he's going to have DRS, and he's on cold hard tyres.
I think Sloth is trying to stay with him.
He's got no DRS. He backs off.
He's not going to do it though. Blaze now going to be pressuring the Mercedes.
Epic the Animal on the back of Chazza as well. Whilst that's going on.
It's too much. It
is. It's just, you can't look away for a second here. Velocity actually has... is he going to come out ahead of his teammate? I don't know. I'm just looking at the deltas. Yeah, he has. So maybe that was tactical to get wing damage so he can get the undercut on his teammate. I don't know. But, yeah, Epic the Animal 5/10 away from Chazza. But Blaze and Sloth and Nightwing are the closest on track at the moment.
But there's a big train battle for P10.
Yeah.
Nightwing's pulling away from Sloth, though. I'm pretty sure Blaze will want to get past him as soon as possible to chase after.
I think Blaze is being held up a bit by Sloth here. Denzo's got a 10-second lead. He's gone 7 laps on those softs. But Droftas on the mediums behind him. So he will be pitting soon, I presume. Denzo, and Blaze! That is not the ideal exit there. You do not want to lose your rear on that curve.
Not. I picked the Animal as well, going down the inside of Chazza. He'll get the move done before the corner or do his shoe.
Yeah, he does, and he positions the car so Chazza can't get particularly back at him. He will obviously have a chance in the next DRS zone, but meanwhile Blaze, despite that shaky exit, is going for the move on I Am Sloth. He needs to get this move done for his race. He goes down the inside. It's going to be fought by Sloth. He pushes him almost off the track, but it's he's going to have the inside now for the next corner. Bit of a lock-up. Oh, no!
They made contact.
Yeah, Sloth has caught his rear wheel and he's got wing damage. Yeah, absolutely. He's going to get past here quite comfortably.
This swap of positions. Silent and Bryce. Bryce took down to P. Unfortunately, he did pit, so keep that in mind.
I'm just going to see the extent of the wing damage. It's only right end plate, so it's not end of the world, but it's not obviously ideal. Silent on the back of Bryce at the moment, as is Rick Dalton. And we will keep an eye on this at the moment. Oh, and that's not a good exit from Silent, is it? He's got Rick Dalton all over the back of him. And
yeah, I know.
Meanwhile, Pillars is closing up to Droftas here. Really rapidly. He's going to get him here, surely. Pillars on the hards, Droftas on the mediums, and Pillars seems to have more pace at the moment. The 2 racing points. Teammates, obviously, and Denzo's pitted. What's happened here? Velocity has spun.
Spun? And Droftas or Pillars has... Droftas gone to the pits.
Yeah, Pillars was about to overtake him anyway. Denzo's also in the pits. When Denzo's coming out the pits, where is he going to come out then? Let's see.
He's going to come out in P... just behind Chazza? No, Chazza's way back. No, he's going to come out side by side with Chazza, is he? No, it's Chazza just in front, so P4.
Yeah, he cuts across to make sure that he can keep the position.
And Denzo's going for the medium softs. The soft medium, sorry.
Well, you know what? He's probably thinking maybe of that rain as well. I don't know when that will be. Maybe he's also thinking that. Although, yeah, it might be very late, so...
I just realised by what's this phase saying it was the final box. it probably meant the weather at the top of the car setup and
was the final.
strategy.
Yeah, that probably is what it meant. So
oh my
might
god,
be
silly
too
slide
late.
almost going into the back of pillars. Lost a lot of time there on
yeah,
him, as you can see.
I was about to say, how did he manage that if they're 1.1 seconds adrift? But they must have been a lot closer, obviously, before that happened.
They were 2/10 closer, actually.
Meanwhile, Rick Dalton all over the back of Silent. Look at these three: Bryce, Silent, and Rick Dalton. That's Dalton getting
Almost
quite
hitting
close.
the wall.
Yeah, going very close in the castle section. You don't want to go deep there. We've already seen a couple of drivers end up with wing damage there.
Yeah. And
So in terms of the lead, Silly Sly Guy's going to have a really good opportunity here for the lead. Obviously, both these guys haven't pitted, but
I think Pillars will be able to start longer, obviously, because he's on the harder
Yeah.
tyre. Here goes Silly Sly Guy on the outside, just before the corner.
he's going to get him done
Easy
before
if
the
you
corner. Yeah, Pillars is not even going to have the option of fighting back.
defend.
Mr. Icebreaker and Fatality back swapping positions there. It wasn't really a battle because he's already 1.2 behind, so I wonder if that was a mistake. Meanwhile, Silent on Bryce. They're running out straight.
Is he gonna do it?
He's running out straight.
No.
No, he's waiting for the other DRS, so maybe. But he needs to get this done soon, though, because he clearly has the pace on Bryce at the moment.
Wasn't the best exit, was it?
No, it wasn't, and that's going to actually open him up to attack as well from Rick Dalton. It's a big DRS train here, and yeah, that exit. Oh, Rick Dalton has to lock up.
Locking up.
Yeah,
and now Nightwing's joined the battle.
He had to lock up both fronts because otherwise he was going into the back of Silent, because Silent backed off, much to the surprise, I think, of Rick, and he had to lock up both fronts to avoid him. Fatality in the pits.
Yeah, Nightwing's going to join the back of this fight, and before you know it, Blaze will be joining the back of this as well. So will Sloth, and if this carries on, so will Droftas too.
So if this goes on, so will the whole grid. To be honest, Velocity gets
Velocity picking up 5 seconds.
Yeah, he's retired in the pits. He's had a disaster.
He's had enough. He's going for a nap. He's going to sleep. As you see, Denzo on the back of Epic the Animal. This is for the final podium places, obviously.
He's
Epic
currently
net. Already pit.
Oh no, actually, yeah, he's net P2, Denzo, not net P1. So yeah, this is the move for the net lead if he can get it done here, Denzo. Silly Sly Guy's already pulled out 1.5 to Pillars. It's quite
and
incredible.
He'll get it done 100%. Or will he? Yes, he will. Yeah. Just before the corner, I'm saying. Maybe not. Is he?
Ooh.
No. Oh, he was weaving a bit left or right, try and get the slipstream. The Renault's dive really deep down the inside there, and he's got the move.
That wasn't the ideal line for Epic the Animal there. And we've got Velocity's cars come back out on track. I hope that goes, because otherwise that could cause an aeroplane crash.
Oh, RS Hunt and Bryce going side by side into turn 1. I completely missed that. And I think Silent's got the run on him, using overtake.
All these guys are about the same distance from each other, but Silent is going to go down the inside here.
He's going to squeeze him up against the wall. Bryce is going to go around the outside. He's not going to get wing damage in there. He's going to give Rick Dalton a chance to attack as well.
That is excellent from Rick Dalton.
Off turn 4. He gave him enough room, and now his teammate, Nightwing.
He's suddenly tumbling positions, doesn't he, Bryce? But and that is one of the most frustrating things to happen when it happens on this game, when you suddenly lose a load of positions all at once. But I'll tell you what, that was excellent opportunism from Rick Dalton to recognise that the space was there, the move was on, and now
he's going to attack Silent.
Indeed he is. And
where is Blaze? He's in P10, okay.
Blaze is in P10, obviously at the start of the race.
He's caught up to this pack so much.
At the start of the race, he had a bit of a nightmare, slammed straight into the wall at turn 2.
I don't think it was his fault.
I don't think so either. Considering the way he went into the wall, it would be a very odd mistake to make, because it wasn't even like he's slightly over. It was almost like he didn't brake at all. So, yeah, I'm sure it was not. And Rick Dalton all over the back of Silent here. Oh, he's actually going to get him, as Silent actually lets him by.
That's going to give him a bad run for Bryce.
Yeah, that means the Bryce. Surely both Alfa Romeos are going to get past here. Or at least one of them.
One of them's going to go to the right, one of them's going to get to the left. He's in an Alfa Romeo sandwich, surely. No, Bryce is not going to go for it.
What, they're going on Rick?
He's got to watch out for Rick Dalton.
Oh, and he nearly goes into... Bryce nearly went into the back of his teammate there. Now Nightwing has contact!
No, that's Nightwing.
Nightwing, wrong alpha, but yeah,
Rick
no,
Dalton has braked so early, and they go side by side into turn 2. Who's going to get the traction down better then? The Red Bull is dropping back. He's got DRS, got overtake mode running out though. They're both practically on the same amount of VRS. Here they go then, braking into turn 3. Who's going to get the best line? It's going to be Bryce. He's going to have the inside line to turn 4. Rick has got the best traction though.
Oh, dives down the inside.
Bryce is going to send it. There was a bit of contact there.
Look at the amount of cars in this sector 2 as well. It's going to be absolutely crazy.
Blaze sent it down the inside of Nightwing there as well.
Here's the issue now. They're so close together, and you can't overtake here.
Has Blaze just picked up more wing damage? Okay.
No, he's avoided it, but yeah, he was very close to the back of him. As we see the view of Rick's wing to Bryce in front. And I tell you what, that's really worked out for Silent, hasn't it?
It has.
He's slowed down, and now he's 8 seconds ahead. All this battling is allowed him to get 8.5 seconds. Sorry, 1.5 seconds ahead. Yeah, it's definitely worked out for him.
Denzo's catching pillars. He's gonna get him before the straight.
Easy to like. Oh, bit of a violent swerve to the
jittery.
Yeah, that's very very
he's locked up.
Violent.
He's locked up
yeah,
there.
he has. That's going to allow Pillars to attack him for this next DRS zone.
Will he get the best exit though? Denzo's
there's not.
Safe.
Meanwhile, Rick Dalton on Bryce. This battle continues. He's going on the outside.
He's going to stick it on the outside.
And that's an absolutely brilliant move. But he hasn't made it stick yet. Is the Alpha going to send it down the inside? No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Really good move. Oh!
And that's going to get his teammates to attack.
Yeah, Nightwing
is now on the attack. Bryce trying to use the toe off Rick Dalton.
Nightwing's got the momentum here.
And now teammates don't want to clash together. Nightwing, is he going to give him enough room? Yes, he is. And now this is going to give Blaze an opportunity. Is this going to be Blaze's opportunity to overtake Bryce maybe in the next zone?
It's not going to be this sector, I don't think, unless there's a big error. It was a really nice move from Rick there on Bryce, and Nightwing's followed him through. Looks like someone got quite close to the wall there, but Rick Dalton already starting to close the gap on RAS Silent ahead. And he's only just got out of this battle, so that just shows how much Rick Dalton was being held up.
It does. Rick Dalton, he's definitely pulled away there. Yeah. Nightwing's actually going to be on the tail end of him, catching him as well. As Epic the Animal has put 1/10 on Pillars as well. Yeah,
Pillars. He's on the hard tyre, so he shouldn't be struggling at this point. Maybe the medium runners might be, if you're on 12-lap-old mediums, but on the hards, he should be okay. Maybe it's just...
Silly Sly Guy is pulling away from... Actually, no, Denzo's... No, Denzo's catching him.
Yeah, Denzo is catching him, as you expect, on 4-lap mediums compared to 13-lap-old ones. Nightwing, Bryce, and Blaze all about 7/10 off each other here. Nightwing the closest to Rick. Rick is now within DRS zone of Silent.
He is.
So, he has really gained on him quickly.
Bryce is also going to be in big trouble. Big trouble with Blaze behind him.
Droftas is gaining up to Sloth as well. Only 3/10.
The Animal's gained 4/10.
Wow, yeah, he has. He's on a charge. Meanwhile, Rick Dalton also on a charge on Silent. This straight is not long enough for him to get the move done. But he will have an opportunity.
I'll keep an eye on this battle. You keep an eye on that one.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. I think we need like about 5 different commentators so we can just keep an eye on each battle because there's so much going on. We need observers of every battle just to buzz us in the ear every time there's something going on. Rick on the back of Silent still not going to get a move done though into Sector 2. What about Epic the Animal here on the back of Pillars?
He's just on the back. 4/10 behind. I reckon he'll get him on this pitch straight just before the corner.
Well, you think so, obviously, considering how close he is combined with the DRS and the slipstream.
Depends on the exit. Can he get a good enough exit? Yep.
It looked okay. Yeah, it looked fine enough to me.
He's got plenty of DRS as well. Plenty.
Yeah, this should be a pretty straightforward move. Then Pillars
doesn't even have to use it.
Pillars continues to fall backwards. Obviously, Epic the Animal on those fresher hards. That explains why he was quicker than Pillars. They're about 6 or 7 laps younger, and Pillars doesn't fight it. There's not much he can do. What about Rick Dalton on Silent? Rick Dalton's now going through on Silent. Here comes Nightwing as well on Silent.
Well, they're going to go through wide. Are they going to go through? Well, Rick Dalton's a really big disadvantage here.
Nightwing's got the advantage of double DRS. Backed out. He has, and Nightwing's had the advantage of double DRS and double slipstream, and he gets through into P6.
Someone's been hit by Bryce.
The teammates have collided.
No, they haven't. Bryce hit him.
Oh, it was Bryce.
Bryce hit. He went for a stupid move down the inside. Bryce having such a good race so far, and he's just ruined it.
Let's see if he's got any damage then.
Has he? No, he hasn't.
No,
Bryce
no damage.
Has come out clean
Blaze and Silent don't have any damage, but obviously it's not. Well, Silent is down in P10 now. Oh, he has got damage. He's got left end plate damage as Silent. Oh, that is a real shame, isn't it? That is a real shame indeed.
It is locking up now the left front as well.
Pillars is managing to just about stay in DRS zone of Epic, but I don't think it'll be enough to challenge at the moment. Meanwhile, Rick and Nightwing consistently battling through this entire race. We will see what... Pillars is actually...
The gaps have split up a little bit now.
Yeah, they have.
We can have a break.
Well, you say that, but Pillars is gaining a bit. He's staying in the DRS zone of Epic the Animal. He's not. I don't think he's going to be close enough here. Let's see once he activates DRS. I don't think he's not using Overtake or anything at the moment. He's just using the DRS, so he's just sort of staying with him, not particularly gaining. And yeah, I think for the first time, Nightwing and Rick Dalton are out. Rick Dalton is out of DRS zone of Nightwing. He's back in it now.
Do you know who's having a really boring race at the moment?
Who?
Jazza. 6 seconds behind.
Yeah,
Pillars,
it's one of those nowhere races.
In front. Yeah.
I've been in them. Yeah, they're very boring. But at the end of the day, you still take the result. Silent and Blaze Pit. This is going to be a double stack. Have they both got damage?
Uh oh.
If it's a double stack and wing change, then Silent is okay. No, it's just a. Oh no, it is. Oh no. Oh, this happened to me in a race a couple of weeks ago.
Get his wheels out in time, either,
no,
are they?
I mean, you ready for the slowest pit stop ever?
Oh yes, lads, come on.
I had actually one even slower than that because I had a 5-second penalty as well. So combined with a double stack and the wing change from both drivers, it was hell. So I understand and sympathise with Silent.
Where's picked up that wing damage?
I don't know. I didn't notice that. Energetics and Silent are going to come out side by side, actually. And Energetics has it just about...
Has that bin debris just come off Silent's car again?
I really hope not for his sake. No, I don't think so.
Oh, thank God. I thought I saw debris.
Oh, that would be heartbreak. Yeah, he's obviously on a lot fresher tyres. Energetics is on 10-lap-old mediums, Silent on fresh softs to go to the end. So I don't imagine... he will be staying behind Energetics for long. Rick Dalton has closed the gap to Nightwing. Yeah. And they're just coming now into the DRS straight. Rick Dalton's going to have a good chance here.
He will. I don't know whether he'll use any ERS. They're practically both on the same, pretty similar.
Yeah, he's not looking at it. He's not using it at the moment.
Not in the pits, surely.
Yeah, Nightwing goes into the pits. And, 13 lap mediums. He will be changing to the softs, I presume. And that elevates Bryce up into P7. And drops us into P8. Let's see.
Look at the gap for the lead.
Blaze is on the back of Nunda.
He's all over the back of Nunda.
But he's not actually gaining as quickly as you'd think. He is going to get past him, I think. But he's obviously not using as much overtake because the straight line speed difference wasn't massive. And Blaze makes that move done quite simply. What about Silent on Energetics? Should be relatively simple for Silent on those fresh softs. Although Energetics is using everything he can to stay ahead.
He is. I'm telling you, this is more entertaining than real F1.
Yeah, no, it often is. It often is. And bit of contact there. Energetics left end plate touching the.
Denzo's got a run on City Slide guy on the straight.
Touching the
if he gets
rear.
The exit.
Yeah, he is all over it. This could be.
Denzo's got the exit. Denzo's got the exit.
This could be for the race win here.
They've both got plenty of ERS.
Have you noticed the clouds?
I have noticed the clouds. They are getting very, very, very cloudy.
Excellent description. The best description I've ever heard of clouds in my life. That is honestly the best description. Oh no! What? He's reset to track just before he's gone into the wall.
That
my
is
word!
clever. That is.
The
I don't know whether
reactions
that's
on that.
illegal. I don't know if that's illegal or not.
I
Is
don't know,
reset to
but
track available on this track? He's got. Oh no! He's put on the inters. He's put on the inters.
oh dear, what? It's He's aware it's
a bit.
He's
It's
aware
a bit
it's a
too
dry
early for wets,
track.
mate. It's
Yeah,
a bit
he's
too early for wets, Zaki.
Just because I was going on about it being cloudy doesn't mean you change the inters. Very unfortunate. Rick Dalton now is elevated to P3, and that's surely Sly Guy's race ruined.
That is infamous pillars is going to catch
Unless
him now.
there's a sudden downpour in the next couple of seconds, I don't see anything. Jones. Nightwing
now
picks up a
imagine
3-second
this.
penalty.
Imagine Silly Sly Guy has predicted this perfectly. Imagine.
It just a downpour it instantly settles on the track, and he just wins the race. Be quite epic. Mr. Icebreaker in the pits. Wonder if he's going to go to the inters. No, he's going for the softs, obviously.
Pillars is catch him. Pillars is going to catch Rick Dalton by the end of this sector, I'm going to say.
Yeah, Rick Dalton had a really bad entrance, to that corner, and seems to be struggling a bit on those tyres. They are 13-lap-old hards. They should be okay.
Chaz is not having a boring race anymore. Let's go.
He's got some company in Droftas, and he's on fresh softs compared to Droftas' hards, and Sly Guy's just letting them through, obviously, because it'd be quite dangerous for him to fight it, to be honest. Pillars all on the back of Dalton. He wants that podium position. He should have it.
He should.
Because on those fresh softs, and that close with DRS. Chazza on Droftas as well. Should be happening any minute. I'm going to focus on Pillars and Dalton because they're further up at the moment, but I will switch back once this move is done. Pillars gets past Dalton, Droftas and Chazza. Chazza's got past him.
Oh no, Droftas has got DRS.
Oh, Droftas is getting back at him.
Chazza got past Droftas before the DRS zone. Actually, Droftas broke. I did see.
Yeah,
Droftas
that was definitely tactical there from Droftas. Very intelligent indeed. Nightwing then with the fast lap of the race. He's currently P8, but has a 3-second time penalty, and he's got I Am Sloth for company. Silly Sly Guy pitting now for the softs. Imagine if it pause next lap. How annoyed he'd be.
Past Droftas,
yeah, just caught that at the end of it. But yeah, imagine how annoyed he'd be if it then suddenly pause it down. And,
oh, that'd be disgraceful.
Everyone else sort of... There's a big gap between Pillars and top two. Alan's saying rain a few laps out. So it looks like they'll probably be the last couple of laps. And
I don't think it'll be enough for the older inters.
It depends how heavy and how quick it comes down. But either way, drivers are going to have to be very cautious. City Sly Guy straight away got past Nunda. So that's him into P11. The next driver is 7.9 seconds up the road, but the next driver isn't a slouch, it's Blaze, so it's not exactly an easy pass for him. Nightwing on the back here of Droftas. Droftas slipping down the order a bit, and he's got wing damage. Oh no.
He went for the eSports line.
He's got it all wrong.
Line failed him.
He's got it all wrong, and that's energetic time penalty. That is not good for him. And is he going to pit or is he going to brave it out?
Oh, I think it'll brave it out. I don't think it's too much wing damage.
It's only an M plate. It's only an M plate.
Yeah, he's braving it out.
Yeah, he is braving it out. But obviously,
Sloths is 2.7 seconds behind him, so
he will gain very quickly though, even with that minor damage. Although Droftas, I remember first race of the season I commentated in Div 1 in Australia, had wing damage and managed to somehow get a really good finish of P6 with that wing damage by braving it out. So he is experienced in that. So Silent now making the move on Alan, who was the one who told XSXEX that rain would be a few laps out, and Silent has got past Alan, but then a big lock-up that looks like he's going to be okay for the next corner. Chazza gaining on Bryce as well. 0.6 the gap. Call me Xerxes. Yeah, there you go. Sorry, this is what I have to deal with a disabled commentator.
End to the race.
Yes, and especially if that rain comes down shortly.
The cars are getting blacker, aren't they?
Yeah. And the sky is getting darker as well.
The track is getting colder, so yeah. I'll have less grip as well.
Are we doing a competition here of what everything that can change? It's like the cars are getting darker, the clouds are getting blacker.
The cars are getting darker.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, ignore that. It was a crap joke.
Just going to get a move on Bryce here, by the way.
Yeah.
Just before the corner again. Seen a lot of these before the corner overtakes. Let's hope Bryce doesn't want to go in the pits. He doesn't, obviously. Well,
I don't think he'd have much of a choice if he wanted to at that point.
Well, actually, that happened to me before in our league race.
Oh, dear. Well, that is not sensible by the person who did that, then. Xerxes saying, I used to be called X, then GOW Xerxes, and also God King can't complain.
Picking up a 3-second time penalty.
So Xerxes, obviously, big fan of Geo, as we all are.
Geo?
Yeah, Geo. So what, did I go Australian or something?
No.
You just said Geo, like in a really weird Australian voice.
Geo?
Yeah. Nightwing on the back of Bryce at the moment.
You know what? You know what is going to happen here? So, Sloth's going to overtake Droft, right? But Sloth has just picked up a 3-second time penalty.
Am I seeing...
If
drops of
can
rain?
Hold on to the back.
Drops of rain.
There is?
Sorry to interrupt you, but it's raining. It is raining, yeah.
Look at the lock-up skids on the track.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that today. It is one of those tracks where it's a lot of hard braking zones, and obviously if you go for overtakes, there's going to be a lot of lockups involved.
With 5 laps left to go, it's raining. Oh, it's coming.
These
really
guys have got to navigate the
now.
track a lot more carefully now.
And Nightwing is going to be on the back of pardon me. Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, Bryce, I think, is just letting him through there.
Yeah. I think actually Nightwing just barging him out of the way at one point.
I think it was a bit of both, to be honest. I think Nightwing gave him a little barge and he was like, oh, it's not worth it.
Apex Road being lapped, unfortunately.
These drivers need to... I think Rogue's disconnected long ago.
Oh, yeah.
It was from lap 1. Yeah, I think these drivers obviously going to need to be a lot more careful on the curbs. And it's going to be a tense finish. Absolutely, Halsey, it's going to be a tense finish. And
he's
unplugged my mic. No, that was my controller. That was me. I nudged my mic controller. Sloth on the back of Droftas. He's got to slow that car down, which gets increasingly more difficult in this wet weather conditions. In this rain.
Guess who's going to have to fend Mr. Icebreaker and Rough the next day, side by side on the pit straight.
Indeed they are, and Mr. Icebreaker's got through. Rough the next day, though, on 16-lap-old mediums, while Mr. Icebreaker on 3-lap-old softs, so big difference in pace. What about Sloth and Droftas? Certainly seems to be a difference in pace between them. Obviously, Sloth will want to get this move done before DRS is disabled.
And he'll also want to get this move done
because Blaze
get outside the 3 seconds.
And behind him, Blaze and Silly Sly Guy. All of these guys bunched together. I only just realised that looking back at the deltas. I was like, hang on a minute.
Holy moly.
Yeah. He's done absolute madness there. Silly Sly Guy was 8 seconds down the road from these guys a couple of laps ago. Yeah, Paige Baguette saying that Kieran gained a hell of a lot of time to Blaze. I presume talking about Silly Sly Guy.
In the pits. He's pitting for inners, I think.
It doesn't look like it's time yet, but Blaze going for the move. Droftas also in the pits. These guys starting to gamble.
For the move. Or Blaze going for the move, sorry. No, not Sloth. What am I on about?
Yeah, Blaze gets the move done, and Sloth has got Silly Sly Guy on him. He's going to have the inside. Can he slow it down?
Blaze.
He can.
Yes, he can.
But Paige rightly pointing out that getting us so much time because 8 seconds down the road from these guys. Obviously, Silly Sly Guy was on for a podium or possibly a win, but then put on the inters.
Droftas put on the inters too.
But he's at least putting it on whilst it's raining. Silly Sly Guy put him on when it was bone dry. So, but yeah, I think it is slightly too early for inters. Maybe next. Well, no. To be honest, it's going to have to rain a lot harder for it to be timed. DRS isn't even disabled yet. Yeah, it seems a massive gamble. I guess Droftas had wing damage anyway, so it might be worth it, but even then it's a huge gamble, and look how close City Sly Guy is to the back of RAS Blaze here. Oh, Blaze has got wing damage in the castle section. I did say it's going to be a lot more difficult. I did say it's going to be a lot more difficult to slow the car down now in these conditions, and Blaze just went in too deep. I saw something come off the car. Yeah, he's got right end plate. Yeah, I did. I gotta say, I don't think I was seeing things. I definitely saw something fly off that Williams car, and he did smack the wall. So, surely worth sticking out though now for Blaze. But I don't think he's going to have much defence here against City Sligo. In fact, City Sligo might have a bit of an issue if he gets a bit too close to him because of the difference in pace. Alan's got past Droftas because it's not intermediate conditions yet. So Droftas is losing places, as is Silent.
As is Rick Dalton losing. Rick Dalton was only 6 seconds behind Sloth about half a lap ago.
City Sly Guy
making a move.
Oh, he's going to fight his Blaze even with that wing damage. Oh, and a bit of a slide as well in those wet conditions.
Nightwing also on the back of Chazza. Chazza in P4, great drive from
yellow
him.
flag.
Who's that?
Energetic spinned it in the castle section.
Ah, poor guy.
Well, we're going to see his the remains of his car here as we're on board with Rough the Next Day one.
How's he done it then? Where's he done it then?
He's right in the middle of the track. I think if it wasn't lap 24, that would have been a safety car. Because that was right in the middle of the track. Yeah, interesting. Well,
I'm really glad races don't finish under the safety car on this.
Oh yeah, I know they do. Yeah, exactly. I know they do in real life, but it'd just be so bad. Like, we don't need that aspect. We like realism, but not that much realism. So Rick Dalton is, I think, just about has the gap to Nunda that he will hang on to that final points position. But yeah, the intermediate gamble has not paid off. Unless there's some last lap, this rain gets torrential in the last lap, I don't see anyone of the intermediates gaining any positions, unless, of course, there is a crash. We're on board with Nightwing. There's another crash, and it's Bryce! He's lost it on the curb. You can see the remains of his car.
Rear left.
He's lost it. Meanwhile, Nightwing gets past Chazza, and we have lost 2 drivers from this race right at the end. That's what rain does. And Hilke said, I had no wing and spun, tried to correct it. Paige saying it's like a Signs at Russia kind of wall hit. Okay, yeah. Yeah, having no wing around there, obviously not ideal.
I'm looking at the soft runners now, and they are all twitching out the exits of corners.
Yeah, I think it's getting close to the swap over period.
But it's not going to be close enough for all those who've gambled.
Yeah, it's not, and there's not enough laps left for it to be.
Bryce was having such a good race as well.
He was right up there, top 6, top 7. Hards were gone, he said, and yeah, the hards combined with the wet weather, yeah, just broke the traction. Chaz was keeping with Nightwing despite him getting past him. Obviously, it's more difficult to pull away in these mixed conditions. We're in the penultimate lap now. Denzo leads by 7.2 seconds on 15 lap old mediums. We have lost 3 drivers now, 2 of them in the same lap. It's kind of crazy that before Energetics and Stanton, we'd only lost 1 driver.
Yeah.
Very good to see, especially considering obviously Baku's not particularly an easy track. It's very easy to lose your wheel or wings, as we've seen.
As Nightwing gets a bit squirrely out of the eSports corner, Rough the Next Day is just about to be lapped. Do you know what? Fair play to Rough the Next Day for sticking.
Yeah, we love to see that. We love to see that. And you can see there Chazza not going full throttle around that corner, once he usually would because of the rain. But yeah, it does seem as though as we go to the final lap that the Inters are never going to be the ideal tyre in time. So that gamble has not paid off at all. Yeah, Denzo pretty dominant for this race, although helped out by the fact that Sly Guy, I presume that was an error from the team, or maybe Jeff misheard him on the radio, that's put him out of the fight. But really good from Epic the Animal, and Pillars is currently getting the final podium spot on this last lap. Chaz is still fighting with Nightwing. And another twitch there from Nightwing, another big twitch.
Denzo's in the wall. Denzo
oh my word, he is. How bad's the damage? He is He's lost only his right end plate. He's got to nurse this home now.
I was just spectating him, and he just went into the wall. It's a bit too much throttle going into that one.
So he's got to be careful. If
he's got
to
brake. He's got to brake.
The tyres the brakes were not working there, were they?
Gee whiz, man.
Honestly, we've got another yellow flag. Someone's binned it in the castle centre.
Don't be rough the next play. Please don't be rough. Oh, it's not. Oh,
it's Alan, I think. Denzo going through one last time. He's got even more wing damage. He's got even more wing damage now. Both end plates are gone. Oh no, the other one is still there.
Oh, he's swerving. Don't spin, lad.
He's going to cross the line and win this race. He made it a bit more stressful at the end with that wing damage. Epic the Animal's going to come home in P2.
Second on his debut. I told you he's quick.
You did, to be fair. He's lived up to your hype. Pillars is going to come home for the final podium position in P3. Nightwing is not going to come home P4 because someone's lost it right at the end of penalties. Chaz is going to come home for P4. Who's lost it?
I have no idea.
Droftas.
Oh, Island and Nunda. Island and Nunda have had a crash on the last
lap.
And
Droftas has as well. So these guys have all got damage. Who's going to win out of these guys?
Oh, it's going to be close.
They're all limping. Droftas is catching him. This is last lap stuff. They've all got wing damage. That's the thing. They've all got. Where's Alan going? Where is he going? Oh, he's just lost his tyre.
I was watching Droftas' view and he just.
What's happened? What? He just.
Droftas going to get the traction down. This is where the Inter's really come into play.
This is the final points position as well. This is for the final points position, so this does count. They've both got wing damage. Oh, Nunda, you're gone very wide there.
This is where the Inter's come into play. This was planned. This was all planned.
Droftas was doing that strategically for that last point position.
I was watching Droftas and then Aylan just whoop.
Did you see as well, Aylan hit the wall and it looked like his wheel was fine and then it just popped off. Droftas comes home for the final points position P10. What a dramatic end to this race. Mr. Icebreaker will be the last one across the line. He will be P13. What an end to this race, and what a race in the end. Congratulations to Denzo, Epic the Animal and Pillars. Hopefully they'll be joining us in the commentary box for some interviews. That concludes Division 1.
The Animal is in the commentary box.
Okay, yeah, because he's a reserve. But either way, that is the end of what was a really entertaining Baku Grand Prix, and the main event living up to its name there. And Nunda very frustrated, let me get a point, he says, and yeah, very disappointing with him. I'm not sure what happened with him and Aylan. Send your
footage in, lads. Don't be scared. Don't be like, oh, I can't be arsed. Send your footage in. And
yeah,
the stewards will sort it. Pillars,
so
mate.
Yeah, Piers Pillars, the P3 man.
How was that?
Yeah, how was your race?
We just take Baku off the calendar.
Oh,
you got P3. Can't be that bad.
It's just an unnecessary track that doesn't need to happen. It's a lucky P3 because I fucked up messed up qualifying.
Good save. Great save there. Brilliant save. I'm sure no one noticed that.
And then my start was really good, so that kind of got me the podium. And then I think Bryce put my teammate in a wall, so GG's to Bryce for doing that. So then obviously I got another place off that as well. So I mean, it was a lucky P3, but I'll take it.
Yeah, and you started P10. Obviously, you opted to start on the hards. Was any part of that strategy thinking of maybe the rain would come down heavier and you could switch to the inters, or was it just go on the hards and see what happens?
It was kind of a play it by ear. When you're on the grid, like, it said rain was like the last few laps, but obviously on this game anything can happen. So the hards was probably the better option.
Yeah, and it
come early, so
exactly, and it definitely proved to be. I mean, you're up in P3. Good result for you. Obviously, as you say, Baku is it's a frustrating track for many drivers. I mean, personally, it's one of my favourites, but I'm a weirdo, so you know that's how it is. But yeah, congratulations on P3. We'll see if the race winner joins us in a minute.
Denzo doesn't join parties.
Oh yeah, Denzo doesn't join parties, and as the Epic the Animal's not there, I guess that's all the podium interviews done. So
That is.
I think Pillars should be given the win for that, for turning up for the interview. The only one.
100%.
Yeah, definitely. But then taken away for swearing. So you've won it and then you've blown it, you've bottled it.
I get fastest lap point for swearing.
Oh, do you? Okay. All right. Well, yeah. Anyway, congratulations, and thank you everyone for watching the main event of Parabolical eSports. We will be back next week at the same time. The next race is on Tuesday.
Canada.
Yep, and the next race is on Tuesday, so make sure to tune in for that. And from me and Crazy Bill, thank you for watching. And any final say?
No, just what a race.
Yeah,
What a race.
the ending of that race spoke for itself, as did the whole race, in all fairness. But yeah, thank you very much everyone for watching, and goodbye.